became very intrigued by the story of the Grace Trilogy. And what I heard was that
Grace Trilogy did, which is a story of friendship and grief and amazing discoveries. I think was really open people
story of my publishing
to
history.
understand.
And so I began with the
three
Grace
women that I
Trilogy.
was working with.
Mary Love, Julieanne Carver, and me. I'm the third. And
I had a dream that ended up being a prophetic dream, and I interpreted the dream as saying that I could no longer sell my mind for money. My mind belonged to God. And from that dream, and it probably, would not have swayed me except that it actually became a physical phenomenon. I was working with Mari and Julie. I loved my job. I feel like I couldn't let any more in. My mind didn't work the same way anymore. The Grace Trilogy, this connectedness, this intimacy with my friends. And when A Course of Love began to come, everything changed in a way. And it didn't necessarily feel like it was for the better. I think I was really surprised after A Course of Love was done and I began to meet people. And I don't know why I was surprised, but I was kind of surprised. It seemed like people thought that the whole experience would be this sort of blissful, joyous experience. It was, as miraculous as it is, and as much as you might think, oh, what an honor, or how wonderful it would be to do something like this, it's a lot to accept. And I know that when I heard the first words, I was just awestruck. And I can remember a feeling in my chest. And if you questions, it wasn't sort of a slow and easy process. Once it began, I would sit down and the words of A Course of Love would fill my mind for hours at a time, and I would just type as fast as I could. And I couldn't think because my mind was full. And there was also sort of a shock to the system that would happen when my family would come home. And so there were many, many experiences beyond awe. The awe is what you might call the spiritual experience, and then the human experience was overwhelmed and having this sort of sea leg thing where going from this atmosphere to this atmosphere. And that's the best way I can describe it. It's like you might think your life, you're starting here and you've written a book and your life is going to go like this. And instead it was almost like a reverse. It was like it was going down. It was more dark night of the soul-like than it was blissful-like. It was a very coming back home to who I am, I think, is what it is for all of us in the long run, is that coming back home to who we are.